If your patch cadence or dependency pin slipped this week, real attackers noticed. A Drupal core SQL injection is under active exploitation, 8 packages were poisoned to drop a Linux payload, multiple Laravel Lang packages shipped a credential stealer, and Ghostwriter is running a targeted phishing operation against Ukrainian government entities. The common thread: third-party dependencies and downstream exposure. Here's what defenders need to know now. Welcome to your operational cybersecurity briefing. We'll cover the key facts, why each update matters for risk, and the immediate actions to take. Today's stories emphasize supply chain and partner trust as multipliers of impact. First, Ghostwriter targets Ukraine government entities with Prometheus phishing malware. The Belarus-aligned actor, also tracked as UAC 0057 and UNC 1151, is using lures tied to Prometheus, a Ukrainian online learning platform. According to Ukraine's incident responders, phishing emails are being sent to government organizations from compromised accounts, raising the likelihood that messages bypass basic sender checks and user skepticism. The key facts are straightforward: a known state-aligned actor, government sector targeting, credible local lures, and delivery through already compromised mailboxes. This matters because confirmed exposure via trusted accounts changes risk calculations for recipients and their partners, enabling downstream credential theft or session hijacking with a veneer of legitimacy. For defenders, prioritize account hardening and detection over content filtering. Enforce strong multi-factor authentication, monitor for anomalous sign-in locations and sudden spikes in outbound mail. Search for malicious inbox rules and investigate any Prometheus-themed messages or attachments received or sent from internal accounts. Second, Drupal core SQL injection bug actively exploited and now on the KEV list. The vulnerability is CVE 2026-9082. Rated CVSS 6.5, and affects all supported versions of Drupal core. A vendor patch is available, and there is evidence of active exploitation sufficient for inclusion in the known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. The essential facts: a SQL injection in a widely deployed CMS, patched upstream within the wild activity. This matters because active exploitation compresses defender timelines from weeks to hours, and any internet-facing Drupal instance could be a foothold for data access, admin creation, or lateral movement. For defenders, patch to the latest Drupal core release immediately, or apply vendor-recommended mitigations if patching is temporarily blocked. Enable and tune your web application firewall for SQL injection signatures, review web and database logs for anomalous queries and unexpected admin users. And consider temporary isolation of high-risk instances until you can validate integrity. Third, a coordinated packages supply chain attack infected 8 packages using GitHub-hosted Linux malware. The malicious code was designed to retrieve a Linux binary from a GitHub releases URL. Notably, while the affected artifacts were Composer packages, the malicious logic wasn't added to composer.json. It was inserted into package.json, aiming at projects that also ship JavaScript. The takeaways: cross-ecosystem abuse, stealthy placement outside the expected PHP manifest, and a payload delivery path that will often execute in Linux-based CI or build environments. This matters because development and build systems are high-privilege, high-trust targets. A single tainted dependency can compromise runners, exfiltrate secrets, and poison downstream artifacts. For defenders, inventory and audit recently updated packages dependencies and flag unexpected package.json files or install scripts inside PHP packages. Enforce strict dependency pinning with lock files and integrity checks, run Composer with new scripts in CI except for an allow listed set, and restrict CI egress to only required destinations, including blocking arbitrary downloads from GitHub releases where feasible. If you suspect exposure, rebuild from clean sources and rotate tokens used in affected pipelines. Finally, Laravel Lang PHP packages were compromised to deliver a cross-platform credential stealer. Affected packages include Laravel Lang, Laravel Lang HTTP statuses, Laravel Lang attributes, and Laravel Lang actions. Researchers note a pattern of newly published tags aligned with the malicious activity, pointing to a software supply chain intrusion. The core facts: multiple popular PHP localization and utility packages were altered and distributed with a credential-stealing framework capable of targeting different environments. This matters because these libraries are widely consumed, often transitively, and credential theft from developer workstations or servers can cascade into repository, cloud, and production access. For defenders, hold or roll back to known good versions, as advised by maintainers. Run Composer Audit and verify your composer.lock across services, and scan endpoints that built or deployed with these packages for signs of credential abuse. Treat potentially exposed secrets as compromised. Rotate API keys, tokens, and passwords, and review recent commit, release, and deployment activity for anomalies. The recurring lesson across these stories is dependency hygiene and trust boundaries. Reduce blast radius with least privilege in CI, strict egress controls, and rapid patching. If this briefing helped you prioritize, subscribe for the next update. And turn on notifications so you don't miss actionable guidance when the window to respond is shortest. Stay safe out there.